Kathleen Deacon.
And I'm Marion.
Sectarianism is a hate crime.
Causes lots of difficulties in the community, causes a lot of pain and anguish to a lot of different people through fighting, causes difficulties in families.
I think it does have a problem with sectarianism, and obviously there's a huge history there, and I think one of the reasons it still has a problem is that it's not been tackled before until fairly recently, in great depth.
Yeah, and I think that's what it is. I think a lot of it goes underneath the surface. I think we see a lot at football and that gets a lot of attention, but as I said earlier, I think it creates a huge amount of problems in families and the wider community. Yes.
Yeah, it's related to family. It's a generational thing. I would say in the first instance, because young people are learning it from their parents and their family background, so I think it's a generational issue in the first instance.
I think too, we see more and more about it being linked to alcohol, different problems with alcohol, not necessarily just alcoholism, but excessive use of alcohol. And we know that in our line of work that domestic abuse is a big thing. A lot of people are going back home very, very drunk, they're angry, and they take it out on their partner.
Scotland without sectarianism would be an acceptance of all different religious, any kind of group that's different from your own, and a very kind of happy world where you're not frightened to go out or not frightened to say what you are, and relationships, very positive relationships with everyone in the community.
I think what Kathleen said about relationships, if people understood each other better and understood what made them tick, they would start to value the people round about them, and I think that would be fantastic for Scotland.
I have, yes, I've experienced it. I've experienced it quite close, and quite personally. It was quite close to me, and the effect it had on me was not to decide not to be like that.
I think I've come across it, yes, in different situations, maybe not very, very personal, but in seeing people acting this out in different work groups was quite surprising to me, and actually felt quite upset about it. I suppose there's an old cliche about loving your neighbour, and the whole thing about the kind of work that both Kathleen and I do is about helping people to understand the person that's next to them, about their closest partner, understanding what makes them tick, why they're the same as we are, and that you can actually bond with people even sometimes when you think you're worlds apart.
Yeah, and I think it's trying to find out about different groups, and I think trying to find what's out there and what gives you more knowledge to be able to understand it. So on a personal basis, it's just making an effort to do that.